Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in. You're watching Christian Adventure Gamer. I'm your host, Daniel the Paladin. And so in this video, I am continuing to do more painting for the Goofy Movie miniatures that comes from the board game, that is. And so let's go ahead and dive back into this so that way you guys can just kind of follow along. So right now I currently have Max. His hair and skin tone has been colored. I have Powerline, which same thing, his hair and skin tone has been colored. I have Goofy, his hair and skin tone has been colored. I have Pete, or PJ. He has his hair and skin tone colored, which I need to add some more things to him. And then I have Bobby here with just some skin tone, and I have the Roxanne here with some skin tone. All right, let's go ahead and switch views. All right, grab my handy dandy tool here. All right, so I need to touch up some of the black on PJ. And actually, I think I'm gonna paint him first. He's one of the easier ones to paint. And so his hat is actually like a lighter pink color. And I think I have something that would work for it. I don't want like a hot pink. I just want something that's a lighter pink. And I have a entrail pink. This might work. Give it a good shake, as you can see here. And this is the Master Series Paint High Density Pigment. And so I will be listing the colors I've used in these videos. So you can look to the description below for that. All right, so there's that. And then I actually have a little tiny brush I can use for PJ. All right, so I'll get the black out. Do a better job of his nose. There we go. A little too bold, but I can fix that up. All right, then Max actually has like a little widow's peak. All right. So while that is doing its thing, I will clean off this brush and I'll start in on PJ. All right. So let's do his pants first because they are a darker blue. I don't want to touch his hat and face area until everything is dried. So let's go ahead and that's not dark enough. Let's see here. Yep, nope, not dark enough. I have this Sea Hag blue. I don't know if this will be dark enough. If not, I have other blues next to me. Yeah, no, this is a lighter blue for sure. I'm got a marine teal. Yeah, here we go. A brilliant blue. Let's try this blue. This is a Reaper miniature paint, Raider blue. I think this is the color I'm actually going to be looking for. Yep, that's the color I need. And that actually looks like the same color that I could possibly use for Roxanne's pants, but worry about that later. All right, so let's color your pants there, PJ. Purple shirt, pink hat, blue pants or shorts, and red shoes are the colors that make up PJ. I'll see white gloves as well too. Now let's go ahead and just pop Max off of here. Put him on there, that way it's a little easier to hold on to. This will need another coat on it, just because I'm covering up black. All right, let that dry. We'll do his shoes next. He's got some red sneakers on. And I can use let's go with fire red. Make those things pop. Goodness. All right. So PJ's got the Master Series paint from Reaper Miniature, Fire Red 09004 on his shoes. Well, let's just say he will have momentarily. All right, I'll go. Well, go ahead and paint his tongue while I'm already at it. Actually, no, I'm going to paint his mouth because his tongue will be a different color. There we go. All right. Let's do his hat now. And this is the entrail pink. Messed up a little bit. Touched his head, but that's alright. I can touch that up. May have to go over some other spots just because it's darker in that area. Yep. So let's just do what we can. Alright, so let that dry. Touch up those darker spots with some of that. Alright. Coming along, PJ. Coming along. Let's do his shirt, which I'm going to use the Fairy Dragon Wings. There we go. Let's use a different brush for his shirt. Yeah, let's use this one. See how it does. Oh man, just messed up. Oh man. All right, switching brushes. Let's go back to this one. Touching my pinky to my thumb to help hold my hand still, so that way I can go over the areas I need to. So this is kind of a fiery red color. It's a little more orange, but I don't want to get it too close to looking like Roxanne's hair color, because that one's more of a fire red than it is an orangish color, whereas Bobby's is more of an orange colored hair. And I want to keep them distinguishable. Trying to get down into tight areas here. This red grass palette, I believe it's red grass, actually does really well with keeping things open. I got the membrane on it and I have the sponge underneath it, and it does a really good job of keeping my paints wet, as you can see. You should always plan to touch up your miniatures anyways when you paint, because paint shrinks and it leaves little tiny holes. And so that is the 30th anniversary of this movie, and they have this really cool Max dressed up as Powerline popcorn bucket at Disney World and Disneyland, on eBay, because it's the only other places you can get them. That'd be what I'd like to have, just for nostalgic purposes, you know. It doesn't look like a very useful popcorn bucket, so maybe I'd use it for some dice or something. All right, let's go back to PJ. Tackle some more of those pants. Back over these purple blotch I accidentally made. All right, let's touch up his face then. So I'll have to get some more of that paint. Touching up his face. Let's get his nose in check. How about that? There we go. Let's go ahead and touch up around his mouth. Make sure he doesn't have a bloody lip. I'm going to use a little bit of this entrail pink with some of this red, mixing with some skin tone for his tongue. There we go. Let's go back to the red and do some more of his shoes. All right, we're getting there. Now let's get some white and do his eyes and gloves and whatever we can. So let's use this ivory, because that looks more white than this linen white. I'll shake both of them up though. Okay, so his eyes are drying. I'll go ahead and do Max's eyes, might as well. Max's mold doesn't have very good lines for his eyes. I'm kind of doing some guesswork here. Definitely looks like he's got bigger eyes than PJ. Let's do Goofs too. I guess they just have bigger eyes. I guess I'll paint his teeth. So I need to do his mouth though. And do it red. All right. Looks like Bobby's mouth's open, so let's go ahead and just, well, he's got his teeth showing, so never mind. I don't want to paint that red. Right. Let's get back to PJ. Let's get your hands there, buddy. All right. All right, let that kind of dry. I'm going to take some of this purple here and kind of touch up along this line here. All right. And let's see if I can't put the little beadiness into PJ's eyes. Not too bad. It's gonna need some touch up, but so while that's drying, we'll go ahead and touch up some of the skin tone on his face. There we go. Then you touch up his eye. Do some white around his shoe. I think that he's about done. And you touch up his pants a little bit. Yeah. Not bad, not bad at all. Alright, so his shoes actually have a bunch of white. It has laces kind of sticking out there a little bit. We can touch up those some, but looking pretty good. Not too much on that one. All right, so I'm going to paint his base purple to match his shirt, because I believe that's what color his cards are, which I can actually pull the cards out. And there's Roxanne. All right, so we got Bobby. Yeah, so it's a purple. And Bobby's got a white. So let's do this brush. Yeah, there we go. Just about done there. Touch up some things on him, like some black and shoes and his eyes some more. And then he'll be ready for a wash. All right, so while we're kind of waiting for him to dry up, let's do Max. So we need to do his pants. So I think this color here would do good for his pants. It's Hoeth blue. It's a layer. I know that a lot of people will do base colors, then they'll do layers and stuff. But like to save time, like this is going to be a kid's game. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't need to be very extravagant. Obviously, I want to do the best job that I can. But I just don't want to do all the extra layers and stuff, because I think I'll be content with the way they turn out. All right, so I think that looks good for his pants because it looks like it's denim, kind of faded in areas and stuff. And not too bad. All right. Now let's take that fine brush I have, try to touch up his face and eyes some. I'll do his eyes. Okay. His eyes look like they're a little cross-eyed, so I don't know if I can touch it up, but that's just the way the molds are too. His eyes were really close to each other for some weird reason, so. All right. Let's see if we can't do Goofy's eyeballs. All right. So we can't touch up his nose some. All right. So I think that's a good place to stop for now. I got some other things to do. So we'll follow back up when I get a chance. Hey, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.